Once upon a time, deep in a vast and sun-dappled jungle, a magnificent lion was taking a nap. His enormous head rested on his powerful paws, and his golden mane shone like a crown. A deep rumbling snore echoed through the trees, a sound so mighty it made the leaves tremble. As the king of the beasts slept, a tiny, curious mouse, scurrying about his business, happened upon this sleeping giant. He paused, his whiskers twitching, marveling at the sheer size of the lion. What a mountain of fur, he thought to himself, feeling a bit adventurous. The little mouse decided to climb this mountain. He scampered up the lion's tail, tiptoed across his broad back, and even slid down his nose for fun. But just as he was about to slide down one more time, the lion stirred. With a giant yawn, he opened one eye, then the other. His huge paw shot out and trapped the tiny mouse underneath it. The little creature was terrified, his heart thumping like a drum. "Let me go, please, let me go," squeaked the mouse, his voice trembling with fear. "I didn't mean to wake you. I was just playing. I promise, if you spare my life today, I will never forget your kindness. I will find a way to repay you, I swear it." The lion let out a great booming laugh that shook the ground. "You repay me?" He chuckled, looking down at the minuscule creature under his paw. "How could someone as small and weak as you ever help the mighty king of the jungle?" "That's the funniest thing I've heard all day." The lion laughed so hard that tears welled up in his eyes. He thought the mouse's promise was completely absurd, but the lion was in a good mood after his nap, and the mouse's sheer boldness amused him. He wasn't a cruel king, just a proud one. He lifted his paw and looked at the frightened mouse. "All right, little one," he rumbled, a smile playing on his lips. "Run along. Your silly promise has earned you your freedom, but try not to wake a sleeping lion again." The mouse, overjoyed and relieved, squeaked his thanks and scurried away as fast as his little legs could carry him, disappearing into the undergrowth. He never forgot the lion's act of mercy. A few weeks passed. The jungle was alive with its usual sounds, but one day a new, terrible sound pierced the air, a roar of pure rage and agony. It was the lion. He had been stalking his prey when he stumbled right into a trap set by hunters. A thick, heavy rope net had fallen from a tree, entangling him completely. The more he struggled, the tighter the ropes pulled, cutting into his skin. He thrashed and roared, his powerful muscles useless against the strong knots. His roars of frustration echoed for miles, a desperate call for help. All the animals in the jungle heard him, but they were too afraid to approach. They knew about the hunters' traps and didn't dare risk their own lives. They watched from a safe distance, their hearts full of pity, but also fear. The king of the jungle was trapped, and it seemed no one could save him. But one tiny creature heard the roars and recognized the voice. It was the little mouse. Remembering his promise, he didn't hesitate for a second. He followed the sound of the roars, his small body racing through the tall grass and over fallen logs. He soon found the magnificent lion trapped and helpless in the hunter's net. The lion looked exhausted, his roars now just tired groans. "Your Majesty, hold on, I'm here to help," squeaked the mouse. The lion looked down and saw the tiny creature he had spared weeks ago. He felt a surge of despair. "What can you possibly do?" he sighed. "My strength is useless against these ropes. Go, save yourself before the hunters return." But the mouse didn't run. "I made a promise," he said firmly, "and I always keep my promises." Without another word, he climbed onto the net and found one of the thickest ropes holding the lion down. Then he began to do what mice do best. He started to gnaw. His little teeth were incredibly sharp, and he worked tirelessly, nibbling and chewing at the tough fibers of the rope. He gnawed and gnawed, strand by strand. It was slow, hard work. Another rope, and then another. The lion watched in silent astonishment as the tiny mouse worked with incredible determination. Slowly but surely, one of the main ropes snapped, then another. With each broken rope, the net loosened its grip. The lion felt a glimmer of hope. This tiny, insignificant creature was actually doing it. He was setting him free. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the mouse chewed through the last key rope. The net fell away, and with a mighty shake, the lion stood up, completely free. He stretched his powerful limbs and let out a roar, not of anger this time, but of triumphant freedom. He turned to the little mouse, who was sitting on the ground, tired but proud. The lion lowered his huge head until his nose was level with the mouse. The proud, booming voice was gone, replaced by one filled with gratitude and humility. "Thank you," he said softly. "I was foolish to laugh at you. I, the mighty king, was saved by a creature I could have crushed without a thought. You have taught me that kindness is never wasted, and that even the smallest friend can be the truest friend of all." From that day on, the lion and the mouse were the best of friends. The king of the beasts never again underestimated the power of a small act of kindness or the courage of a tiny friend. And they both lived happily, reminding everyone in the jungle that true strength isn't about size or power, but about courage and compassion. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more wonderful tales. We love sharing these timeless lessons with you. Until next time, take care.